Right now, the bus routes you've learned and memorized are about to change. What you need to know about Metro Transit's network redesign, which goes into effect Sunday.
Also, we are learning new information into why a Dane County Sheriff's deputy was fired after running to replace the current sheriff.
And at the Capitol, Governor Evers and Republican leaders reaching a tentative deal to fund local governments. We'll share what's included in that deal. Welcome to News 3 now at 6. Starting in just a few days, those of you who ride Madison's buses will see some pretty big changes.
The Metro Transit redesign officially goes into effect on Sunday. Our Braden Ross caught up with one of the city's ride guides to show you everything you need to know once those routes change.
For years, those who have been riding the bus in Madison have been used to this map. But come Sunday, it's going to look a whole lot different. This Sunday, the long-anticipated and at times begrudged Metro Transit redesign officially goes into effect. Basically, it boils down to this.
It's service that may be a bit further from you, but will be better when you get there.
The new system has fewer stops, which means riders might have to walk further to get to the bus. But buses will come more often and have more direct routes.
It's a compromise. I personally am going to have to walk 2 more blocks instead of going across a corner, but I'm going to get faster where I need to go.
With more direct routes, if riders have to switch lines, they'll change buses at normal stops rather than transfer points. The new system will also mean more service on off-peak times and weekends.
Do you use the bus a lot?
Ride guide David Alvarado has spent the last few weeks helping riders get the hang of the new map.
My sense is that 70% of the people that I talk to this are either happy or very happy once they understand it.
He says he understands the hesitancy.
Obviously, there's people who are used to having the bus right at their doorstep. They're not happy about this, but definitely, I don't want my bus to go to everybody's doorstep.
But from what he's seen,
that's going to go all the way up Fish Hatchery. Are you close to Fish Hatchery?
The new routes will save most people quite a bit of time.
I was talking to a woman who told me she was doing an hour and 20 to get to work. Now it's 40 minutes. Because she can go directly on the H bus to Westtown. If you do that every day, that's a lot of your life you're spending on the bus. I think that's a lot of improvement for some people's lives.
For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
Important to note, the redesign is separate from the Bus Rapid Transit project that's set to be finished next year. That project won't change the routes again, but added bus lanes and boarding stations that'll make trips on the A and B lines even quicker. You can find all this information and more at channel3000.com.
Well, another nice day in southern Wisconsin and another dry day at that. But this stretch of arid conditions may be coming to an end over the weekend.
Let's check the first warn forecast now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti. Gary?
Well, we'll take anything we can get, at least as far as the rain is concerned. And boy, we'll have to wait a couple days to get there, and then we'll probably see another period of dry weather after that. As we take a look at visible cloud track, you can see clouds to the east, clouds to the west, and where are we? Right in between. At least we're not dealing with the wildfire smoke like we have earlier this week. But on Doppler track, really the nearest rain of any consequence is in the Dakotas, and watch as it heads toward Minnesota, just kind of fizzles out because the air is very dry here. High temperatures today, middle 70s, very comfortable. A little cooler closer to Lake Michigan, Milwaukee, Sheboygan at 70, but to the west, La Crosse has hit 80, so has Boscobel. And right now, temperatures are still well into the 70s. A few places dropping into the upper 60s east of Dane County. Here in Dane County itself, though, 74 right now in Stoughton, 73 in Sun Prairie, and 76 degrees for the temperature in Cross Plains. Look for skies to be mostly clear this evening. Temperatures dropping off to about 60 by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at our chances for rain and how much rain we can expect in just a few minutes.
More than 2 weeks after a man was killed outside an East Washington Avenue lounge, Madison police are still working to solve the murder. 32-year-old Raheem Blue was shot in the early morning hours of May 21st outside Lush during a private event. Police say the shooting occurred in the business's parking lot. Officers were nearby and arrived on scene within 1 minute of the first 911 call. Madison Police's Violent Crimes Unit has been investigating but hasn't been able to identify a suspect. Anyone with information that can help detectives solve this murder is asked to call Madison Area Crime Stoppers. That number is on your screen, 608-266-6014.
2 days after 3 Eastside homes were shot at, police say they've found one of the cars believed to be involved. Residents on Dull Street heard gunfire Tuesday morning about 11:30. Bullet holes were found in 3 homes, including 2 homes that were occupied. One woman inside was actually cut by some debris that occurred when a bullet pierced the wall. At this time, no arrests have been made. He ran for Dane County Sheriff, lost, and then was fired just a few months later.
That's the story our investigative reporter Naomi Coles uncovered in records today. So Naomi, when did this happen?
This all happened just a few months ago, but we didn't learn about it until I got tipped off and then asked for the records of his termination letter. Now, incumbent Sheriff Calvin Barrett sent this 7-page letter to his former opponent, Anthony Hamilton, terminating him for lying to the press during his campaign, giving out too much information about active criminal cases, revealing information about confidential informants, and losing the trust of his department. Now, this happened in the wake of a federal lawsuit that Hamilton filed against the department, accusing them of lies, falsifying records, and more. I asked Hamilton today about the firing.
I knew when I started the campaign that if I did not win, I would most likely be terminated. And I said that pretty regularly during the campaign.
Now, Hamilton's accusations against the department were part of that federal lawsuit I just mentioned. That lawsuit was dismissed just last week. Now, the sheriff's office did not comment on the termination when I contacted the sheriff today. That's because Hamilton is attempting legal action with the state's largest police union against his termination.
There is still time to sign up for the More Than Pink Walk for Breast Cancer Research. News 3 Now is proud to sponsor the Susan G. Komen Walk this Saturday at Willow Island at the Align Energy Center. About 1 in 8 women will get breast cancer during her life. That's nearly 13% of all women. One of the people walking Saturday is Erica Thompson. She's done the event at least a dozen times, but for her, she has a new reason to walk this year. Her best friend was recently diagnosed with invasive ductal carcinoma. Now, her and her team of 7 other ladies will be out bright and early Saturday doing their part to help find a cure.
We'll be walking. We're called the Traveling Rack Pack. So we've been doing this for, I think we're at 14 years. So it's been an adventure. And yeah, we'd love to see more people come down and join us and support the Susan G. Komen organization. There's just so much that they have to offer.
If you want to participate or learn more about the fundraising event, we have information on our website, channel3000.com. After weeks of negotiating, we now have a deal in the state capitol.
Republican lawmakers and the Democratic governor struck a deal on crucial funding to help cities keep running. Political reporter Will Keneally now live at the state capitol, and he has the latest. Will?
Eric and Charlotte, it's just tough to underscore just how tense these negotiations have been, even unfolding hour by hour here under the dome, which is why it's such a significant step forward that the Democratic governor and Republican legislators, who rarely agree, came together on this plan. Now, we still don't know all the details, but from what lawmakers have introduced so far, Milwaukee is a significant target of the plan.
I don't think that's good for the state to have our biggest city go bankrupt. So, in my humble opinion, this truly is a victory not only for to give those tools to the city and the county, but it's for the state.
Milwaukee was facing essentially bankruptcy, and a lot of the arguments were over how to implement a local sales tax for the city and county to raise revenue. But it comes with strings attached. Milwaukee had to put police in schools, for instance, as part of the bargain. And we could see more funding being steered towards Madison, for instance. We don't have all the details yet, but we could see more funding being steered towards the capital city here. It was initially a 50% increase in state revenue coming to Madison, but we could see that introduced next week with an increased level there. Reporting from the Capitol, Will Keneally, News 3 Now.
More local stories are just ahead.
The Madison Jazz Festival is back and bigger than ever. Some of the acts may leave you just a bit surprised at what's considered jazz music. That story next at 6.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
To everyone who appreciates appreciates a handcrafted meal. Are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Here's your parachute.
Certain it's okay? Are you 4imprint certain? Certainty matters, so congratulate coworkers or say thank you with promotional products from 4imprint.com.
4imprint for certain. Save more with Hy-Vee brands this Friday through Sunday. Hy-Vee Choice Reserve Sirloin Fillets, just $2.99. Select Hy-Vee cereal, $1.99. And Hy-Vee canned green beans or corn, only 49 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Jazz music is taking over the greater Madison area. Beginning today, the Madison Jazz Festival is back now through Sunday. 11 days marks the longest the festival has ever been held. The first only took place over just a weekend. It's a mix of free and ticketed performances throughout town, some indoors, some outdoors. And you may just be surprised at what's considered jazz from some of the other genres musicians are incorporating into their performances.
Jazz is a pretty umbrella term. It really is improvised music is the common denominator, but we have a lot of elements of hip hop, soul, funk, R&B, other styles of Black American music, as well as kind of classic jazz.
The Jazz Festival is put on thanks to the Arts and Literature Laboratory. To see the performing schedule, just visit artlitlab.org.
For the first time, the American Cornhole League is coming to Milwaukee this year. The tournament is at Summerfest next month, July 7th. It is a qualifier for the Cornhole National Championship called the Super Hole, and more than 20 grand in prize money is on the line. It wasn't that long ago that sports like cornhole were rarely seen on television, but now cornhole is more mainstream. The Summerfest tournament will be shown live on ESPN2. That's right, from your tailgate party to national TV. Even the slogan for the American Cornhole League is anyone can play, anyone can win. Still ahead, some things just go together, like Wisconsin and cheese.
But not all cheese is love at first bite. There's a special type being made in Monroe, and if you're near the factory, you may be able to sniff it out.
Gary's back. A complete look at your first warned forecast in just a moment. Stay with us.
Brand new Metro Transit routes and schedules start Sunday, June 11th. Less transferring, easier to use. Visit mymetrobus.com or call 608-266-4466 to plan your trip and look for ride guides out on the streets.
Save on your next outdoor project with 11% off everything at Menards. Enjoy your backyard again with Cutter Backyard Ready to Spray Lawn Insect Killer. It kills insects fast, controlling them for up to 12 weeks. Get a 32-ounce container for just $6.99 after 11% rebate. Store your hose with the Suncast Hose Grill Cart. It has 175 feet of hose capacity and comes fully assembled. Pick one up today for $29.99 after 11% rebate. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Steinhaffel's amazing Buy More, Save More sale is the perfect time to spruce up your home. Take an extra $100 off $19.99, $200 off $29.99, or $300 off $39.99 or more. The more you buy, the more you save. Refresh your home with a new bedroom set, cozy sofa, or new dining set. You'll even find special mattress deals too. So shop today in-store or online at steinhaffels.com. Relax, it's Steinhaffels.
DePaco Credit Union empowers your well-being, helps you reach your goals. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's being prepared for all the challenges you may face after a serious injury. It's confronting every aspect of your case with honesty, integrity, and innovative solutions that have earned us a reputation for excellence in representing the injured. It's no wonder so many clients refer their own friends and family to our team of dedicated professionals year after year. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call today for a free consultation.
Brand new Metro Transit routes and schedules start Sunday, June 11th. Less transferring, easier to use. Visit mymetrobus.com or call 608-266-4466 to plan your trip and look for ride guides out on the streets.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
June is National Dairy Month. The Badger State is home to more than 125 cheese plants, more than any other state in the country.
Our cheese makers produce more than 600 varieties, including one that we could say is a bit of an acquired taste. Mark Kane traveled to Monroe to find out what it is. All he had to do is follow his nose.
This is the Chalet Cheese Co-op, just north of Monroe. The co-op's been around since 1855. This factory was built in 1948 and is the only cheese factory in the United States producing one of the smelliest cheese on earth, Limburger.
Why Limburger? That's just what we've always made, you know, always. When I started, that's what they were making. Actually, it was mostly Limburger.
Jamie Farney is an award-winning master cheesemaker, certified in Swiss Baby Swiss Brick and, yes, Limburger. They produce a lot of cheese in this factory, a lot. And every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they make Limburger. Oh, it starts out innocently enough.
Now, this is Limburger here.
This is Limburger.
Yeah, this was made this morning. It's about the consistency right now of like a feta. There's no smell to it. You don't smell anything in here.
No. And actually, no taste either. That's about to change.
Tomorrow morning, we'll cut these on our pneumatic cutter. We'll get 70 pieces out of here. And we'll roll each one in salt, put it on boards, and take it into our Limburger cellar.
The Limburger cellar. Sounds a little stinky.
How are you?
Guess what? It is.
So what Brian is doing here, he's putting the magic sauce on. So it's just a bacteria solution, which he's hand rubbing each one.
The bacteria in that magic sauce is what turns regular cheese into Limburger. They're the same cultures from when they first started making Limburger here in 1885. It's kept in these containers.
And this is the bacteria? This is the bacteria and saltwater solution. And that's what's applied to the cheese.
Oh, my gosh.
Limburger started in the early 1800s in an area called, it was the Duchy of Limburg, which is in Belgium.
The story goes, Trappist monks came up with Limburger and brought it to this area in the 1800s. They produce about 500,000 pounds of Limburger a year here, mostly sold to distributors, but the co-op recently opened a retail outlet, the Chalet Cheese House in New Glarus. There, you can buy 2, 4, or 6-month-old Limburger. The older, well, the more aromatic it is. Sherry Foss is the store manager. Who buys it?
A lot of older people, but you'd be surprised how many younger people are actually buying Limburger.
It's time to say cheese. First, the 2-month-old.
That's good.
Now, the 4-month-old.
Oh. I think the crackers.
The 6-month-old was past its prime, so we decided not to try it. It takes some getting used to. To love it or not, Limburger lives on, thanks to one cheese company and one master cheesemaker whose love of cheese is more than skin deep. Traveling near Monroe, I'm Mark Kane, News 3 Now.
Oh my gosh, a 6-ounce block of Limburger sells for around $5.
And a word of warning, don't eat any Limburger that's older than 6 months. They say it goes pretty bad pretty quickly. Love to hear Mark's storytelling on Limburger. As you start to think about your weekend, there's a chance finally for some precipitation, but this is an important date in Wisconsin weather history, Gary.
Yeah, 39 years ago today, early in the morning, it was the Barneveld tornado that swept through and pretty much demolished almost the entire city of Barneveld. Started just before 1 a.m. and then passed through Barneveld right about 12:55 and continued on until 1:40 a.m. 36 miles on the ground, an F5 rating. It was one of 46 tornadoes, part of the outbreak, but unfortunately in Barneveld, 9 people died, 197 were injured, about 90% of the town was destroyed. And it was one of several tornadoes that struck southern Wisconsin, some of them F2 and F3 strength, and basically they started in southwestern Wisconsin and worked their way northeastward into the Fox Valley. So it was a stormy night. We could use the rain. We certainly don't want any severe weather, but it'll be warm and dry for tomorrow, most of the day on Saturday with high temperatures in the 80s. The shower chances arrive Saturday afternoon into Sunday. We might see a chance of showers on Monday afternoon as well. There also could be a few thunderstorms Saturday afternoon and Saturday night. With the clouds and the showers, and especially in Sunday and Monday, temperatures will be held down into the 60s. But overall, we'll be looking at warm weather. Over the last 7 days, this is how much rain has fallen on southern Wisconsin from the Doppler radar rainfall estimates. And you can see there are large areas where they haven't had any rain at all. And there are a few spots that picked up over an inch of rain in a heavier thunderstorm, but we'll widen out the view. And you can definitely see the rain has stayed just out to the west of us. Much of Minnesota and Iowa, 1, 2, 3 inches of rain there, west of the Twin Cities. But again, there are the haves and the have-nots, and farther to the east, there's very little in the way of rain that fell. And Doppler track right now, pretty much free of precipitation. We need that rain, and future track shows that this is through Monday night and early Tuesday morning, maybe around 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain from Madison to the north and east, lesser amounts over southwestern Wisconsin. This is just because showers will hang into western or eastern Wisconsin a little bit longer. And then we could see some showers and thunderstorms Friday afternoon and Friday night, Friday evening of next week that could bring some localized 1 or 2 inch amounts, but the precipitation and thunderstorms is always spotty. Some areas will pick up some heavy amounts, other areas may miss out or just get very little in the way of rain. You add it all up though, and we're still looking at about 1/4 or about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of rain in Madison, and we normally should see about 1.5 inches over that time period. And no surprise here, the U.S. Drought Monitor just released today moderate drought conditions now over most of southern Wisconsin as well as Illinois, and you can see the drought continues to expand through Kansas and Nebraska. Look at California. We've got worse drought conditions than they've had, and you know how long California has had a drought. Planning your night, look for a low of 48 in Mount Vernon, 47 degrees in Marshall with mostly clear skies, down to 42 in Camp Douglas, 52 in Monroe, and 47 for the low in Madison. For tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies, a little warmer than today with a high temperature of 82. Again, that rainfall, this is through early Tuesday morning, around 1/4 to 1/2 inch Madison to the north and east, lesser amounts south and west of Dane County. We'll take what we can get. First sworn 7 to 10 day forecast, mid-80s Saturday before the storms arrive. Clouds, showers, keep temperatures in the 60s for Sunday and Monday. Then we go right back up into the middle 80s for the middle of next week by Father's Day, mid-80s, and just the thunderstorm chance on Friday afternoon, Friday evening.
And coming up in sports, is this the year Steve Stricker wins the AmFam Championship? While the tournament's player host says the key will come down to him smiling more on the golf course. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wow, this is where you work now?
Figured I deserved a more inspiring space. And with home values being up, I had a lot of equity. So I got a home equity line of credit from Summit, and voila, added a home office.
Took your business to the next level.
Hey, you two have been in your place for a couple years now. Any fun plans?
Well, we just finished a refi with Summit.
Really?
And the plan is to make a bunch of great memories.
We're gonna use the savings to get a camper.
Whatever your goals, Summit Credit Union can help you use your home's equity to go get them.
Attention, Wisconsin veterans.
I'm Tony Evers, the governor of Wisconsin. If you are a veteran struggling to pay for rent, utilities, or other life-sustaining services, I want you to know that the Veterans Rental Assistance Program is here to help. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. You have already made a most noble sacrifice. You shouldn't have to continue doing so. We are here to support you. With pride in the way, it's never easy to ask for assistance, but rest assured we are here to help. The VRAP team is standing by to help. So call 833-WISC-VRAP or visit vrapwi.com. You've always been there for us. We want you to know that we're here for you. On behalf of the state of Wisconsin, thank you.
Come see Tootsie, the Tony Award-winning comedy musical that tells the story of Michael Dorsey, a desperate, out-of-work actor who's got a plan to change his life. But what he really needs to get is a clue.
Get your tickets today at overture.org.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
PGA golfers get ready to tee off for a great cause at the AmFam Championship.
Josh and I are live at University Ridge with a full preview of the day's events.
And we do have warmer weather headed into the upcoming weekend. We'll have an update on the chances of rain as well. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
Nobody on the Champions Tour is playing better golf right now than Steve Stricker. In the 10 tournaments he's played this year, Strick has 3 wins, 2 of those are majors, and 4 second-place finishes. And now it's time for his tournament, the AmFam Championship, one he's never won, and one he isn't shy about saying just how bad he wants to be at the top of the leaderboard come Sunday at University Ridge.
Obviously a tournament that's very important to me, and you know, maybe I just gotta kind of let it just flow like I do each and every week and not try to do too much, you know, and I think I just need to go out there and smile a little bit more, enjoy it, embrace it, and if I play well, I play well. If not, so be it.
He's used to winning every single week, and when he doesn't win, he's taking second place. It's extremely impressive what he's doing.
The state softball tournament has been Jamie Olson's home away from home. She's led Sun Prairie to a state title in 2018 and runner-up finishes in 2019, 2021, and 2022. And this season, the Cardinals were back with a chip on their shoulder. Up first for Sun Prairie East, Oshkosh West and Taylor Baker took the game over from the start. First inning, she rips one into the outfield to plate the game's first run. That was part of a 3-run frame for the Cardinals, and that was more than enough run support for Baker. She struck out 10 and pitched a complete game shutout. Sun Prairie East moves on to the semis with a 5-0 win. Craig Counsell and the boys going for the series sweep over the Orioles. Things were going good until the Brewers, they jumped out to a 3-run lead. But then in the 8th came and Gunnar Henderson sends a 2-run shot to left, and the lead is gone. Brew Crew falls 6-3, the final. And year 1 of the Luke Fickell era of Wisconsin football hasn't even kicked off yet, and the Big Ten is already thinking about what's next. The conference released its future opponents for the 2024-2025 seasons. Badgers have a loaded slate. Just looking at next season, road trips to Iowa, Michigan, and the LA Coliseum to take on USC. Penn State and Minnesota coming to Camp Randall, along with, don't forget about this, Alabama. How about that?
That's easy. That sounds easy. Gary already predicting snow for when USC has to come to Madison. Just to make it difficult for him.
Yeah,
make it hard on him.
Yeah. It probably be 90 degrees here. That's usually the way it works out. Live view from the WISC-TV Skycam. Lots of sunshine out there. Not a lot of smoke, which is good news there.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.